Hey, good morning, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. We are in the yoga room today. Yoga mat, yes. But we are not going to do yoga. What we're going to do is, I've had some of you guys asking on the channel, asking in the comment section about chiropractors. There's some expats in Peru who are in remote, under civilized areas like the jungle or the Andes Mountains, or somewhere very, working very remotely, such as I, who have been asking about, what do I do for a chiropractor? I've been seeing a chiropractor, so on and so on and so on. And so what I thought was I'd share today is basically a very basic chiropractic method, if you will, which will sort of relieve most of the, basic aches and pains of your back. As some of you may know, I have worked at UPS. I worked at UPS as a young boy, as a young man. I think I was like 16 or 17 years old, or 16 and a half years old, because I remember I had my driver's license, so I must have been at least 16, and I still had my first car I ever had, which was a 1982 Buick Riviera. Color was jet black with a white vinyl top, gray, sort of plush 1980s kind of love seat interior and everything. So since I worked at UPS, it makes me qualified to be your I only worked there for like 6 months. We were on the twilight shift, loading trailers as a high school part-time job. So there it is. It's out there. Do whatever you'd like with that information, but that makes me qualified to be your Amazon jungle chiropractor, okay? Because I have had my share of aches and pains of the wonderful cuerpo, of the wonderful body I possess. And periodically, maybe, once every 2, 3, 4 days, I go in into this routine in the morning, and it actually does alleviate, a lot of things people generally complain about. Basic things, like, when I'm bending down, when I'm, tying my shoes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a few moves that I learned from when I used to visit a chiropractor. I'm going to do a little shout out here. Arlington Heights Road and Palatine Road. Arlington Heights, Illinois, that is. There's a wonderful chiropractor named David Fiedler. And yeah, I was seeing him when I was like 17, 18, 19, 20, maybe 21, because I also had played some high school football, which had caused some aches and pains once in a while here and there. So once every 2 months or something, I'd go and do a visit with Dr. Fiedler, and it was amazing because the way Dr. Fiedler operated back then. I don't know if he's still there now. This is about 20 years ago. But Dr. Fiedler would say, you can do a lot of these things at home. So, there were a few methods that he did where he had this sort of, not machinery, but it was sort of like, his little trinkets and gadgets that he would poke you with. So those you can't really get over the counter at like at your local Walgreens or CVS. So basically, he was a good chiropractor. I think one in my life I've seen a few, and I think he was the best, because he taught you how to do things that you can do where you can do them at home, even in the Amazon jungle, like so, in your yoga room. And it's amazing because I have been doing it, Dr. Fiedler. You haven't been forgotten. I have been doing it for like over 20 years now. And as you guys can see, the form is there. A little chubby, but no problems with my back, So without further ado, let me put this down here, and I'm going to kind of explain what's happening while I do this, because I don't have a great camera angle. My cameraman has been fired. So basically, what you want to do is put your hands along your side like so, and then you can tilt your head to the left or your right. And basically, it's up to you. But the only time this left and right comes into importance is when we're gonna do step 2 in the method. So I'll explain in a moment. But for the moment, you can put your head left or right, whichever is more comfortable. I'm gonna keep mine at left for now. And basically, what you want to do is do this motion here. You kind of swing your body like that, but you want to maintain flatness, and you want to sort of go toes down like that. You may not see it, but just lay down as flat on the ground as you can, and you kind of do this wiggle. So you're actually sort of swiveling yourself, and immediately you will feel that doing this sort of hip flexor thing while rolling in the ground will start to alleviate if you had any pain down here, very low around the hips especially. So you kind of do that for a few minutes. And then this is where the left and right positioning of your head comes into importance. So you're going to take your left hand, you're going to bend it around and lay it at the bottom of your spine. And if you take your left hand, then you're going to keep your head to the left. And with your right leg, you're going to lift it about 4, 5, maybe 6 inches off the ground, and sort of do a set of, you can start with 10, you can start with, 5 even, whatever makes you comfortable. I mean, I'm up to like 30, 35, or 40. So that's because I've been doing this for a while, and my back isn't in any pain at all. So I can withstand sort of longer sets. So let me get an angle of where you guys will be able to see how I do this, because this is one of the important bits of the exercise. So let me try to position the camera. Sorry about my camera man, guys, or camera woman. So without further ado, okay, let's see if that's gonna work. Okay, So yes, you got your head. You got your head to the left. You got your left hand at the small of your spinal cord, and basically with your right foot, you're gonna do this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So, after you do that, you place your left hand back down along your side, and you continue to swivel. You continue to swivel. And at this point, you may have noticed, but you can move your head to the right. Swivel, 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 swivel. And now you're going to put your right hand at the small of your spine. And with your left leg, you're going to complete the same. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you'll notice when you do this is that between your left and your right, you will experience more power in one or the other. It's just the nature. And also, what I read up on about was that because we've had maybe different injuries and things along the nature as we go through life, which will kind of give you some insight, basically to to where your pain might be coming from. Because maybe 10, 12 years ago, I had some pain in one of my hips, and I remember I would only be able to do like maybe 20 or 22 reps on my left hand side, and I could do 35, 40 on my right hand side. So it kind of tells you where the problem is. So yes, so we've done that now. So you're gonna swivel, swivel. Now you're gonna do these. You're going to do this sort of readjust things back here. And you're going to feel, as you feel here along the lower extremities, you will feel things start to loosen up really quickly. And this, folks, then of course you swivel. And you're gonna do the same thing, but you can now go head right, left hand behind the back. So not right and right, but right side head, left hand, and you're gonna lift out, back in, down. 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 So you're going to do that. Swivel, swivel, swivel. This kind of loosens your whole sort of lower back and upper thigh, upper quadricep, upper hamstrings. This loosens it up, but you have to be on a hard surface like a floor. Maybe a little padded. Maybe you can lay down a yoga mat. That would be actually perfect. Or if you're in your local health club, your gym, you can then just do it on any matting that's provided by the gym. As long as the base of the floor is hard. So we're going to go left, right hand, and then we're going to do the left. Up, out, back in, down. Up, out, back in, down, up, out, back in, down, up, out, back in, down. And now what this has done is it actually had now reset your little ball bearings that are buried in here of your hips. And the more you do this after these exercises, you'll just sort of immediately notice how much looser things are getting around this sort of midsection area. So guys, we're going to continue in part 2 because my movie's getting pretty long here. So we'll continue in part 2, and I'll show you step 2 and 3 and 4 and the rest of the kit and caboodle. So thank you for joining in. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.